Hello, folks, and welcome to the Indiana Fever High Fever basketball podcast. Indiana Fever lose 79-78. Man, it's so hard. It's so hard, dude. Are you 6-17 for your Fever, 8-15 for the Sparks. They go on the road and they lose. What's new? I guess. Kelsey Mitchell 19, Nneka Ogwumike 38. Vivian had 6 rebounds, and Erica Wheeler had 8 assists. Jordan Canada 10 assists. We'll talk. We'll talk about Jordan Canada. I guess. Holy. Good game. Good game. Um, a shot at the end that just seemed like, I don't know, maybe we could have uh blocked it or defended better, but here we are again, folks. We're here after another loss, and it's getting very difficult to start to fucking come and formulate a good analysis, I guess, is what I guess I try to do, but it's just almost impossible when, okay, like we'll talk about like Zowie B minutes. This is where I'm at. This is where my head is at. Like, there's so much, and it's not anger, of course. Like, this is sports. Like, let's not. I'm not gonna punch a wall or anything, but it's like, dude, we're so close to beating a pretty, like, there's one or two good players on the Sparks, but we're like so close, and it's so frustrating. So we'll talk about fucking productive Zowie B minutes. Okay, yeah, Zowie B was out there, and guess what? She was pretty good. She kept the Fever in the game, 14 minutes, and it was like, dude, this looks like a good defender. She looks like a good player. It looks like she works well with the second unit. Emma Cannon was out there and productive. Grace Berger put up a stinker. Yikes, that was pretty rough. She had some turnovers that were just like, ooh, that was not good. Um, Vivian's was out there. She was doing actually pretty good. We'll talk about Lexi Hall. Another kind of a slow game from Boston. 26 minutes, only 9 points. I think she's probably hitting this point in her season where it's kind of all slowing down a little bit, meaning like, you know, um, I think of like an NFL quarterback, right? Maybe like a rookie quarterback or a quarterback who's kind of new, or maybe changed their game recently. The first couple of games, the defenses don't know what to do, and this is what happened with Aaliyah Boston. I think her size really overwhelmed defenses, and she used that to her advantage. She made the All Star game. And that's not to say that she's like a bad player, but I think we're at the point of the season where they maybe have started to begin to figure her out, and it's going to be up to her to adapt to that and make sure that you know she doesn't have to change her game, but she definitely just has to know that some of the moves teams are now expecting, and they're definitely looking out for that. But yeah, hey, Zoe B minutes, okay. Honestly, better than Queen Egbo minutes. She was playing like 7 minutes in at the Mystics. So yeah, she's come in and she's looked solid. Like, she looks like she can hold her own. Good on Zowie B. We'll get to Lexi Hall. Uh, they'll drop a play, and I saw it twice. So I'm gonna mention it. And again, as the founder, right, the president of the Lexi Hall fan club, this is not Lexi Hall slander. This is simply Lexi Hall constructive criticism. Let's call it. She'll post. she'll they'll run their play, right. They'll run their set, and then you'll just kind of she'll just kind of post up in the corner, deep corner three, right, pocket three. She'll just kind of stop, and she'll wait for the ball. Now twice they got it to her, and they weren't completely open shots, but We're open enough to the point where she got a clean release when almost no defender in her face. She missed both that I saw. Look, I'm a Lexi Hall fan. My question is, does she have it in her bag? Okay, if she doesn't have it in her bag, if she's not 100%, maybe not 100, if she's not super confident with that shot, hey, tell you what, get her moving, right? She can hit other shots, but she just is, stood there, and I'm thinking like, okay, if that's not something that she's gonna hit, going forward, and you know, practice is much different than a game situation. I recognize that, but man, we got to do something about her just chilling in the corner, and the ball comes to her, puts it up, boink. It's like, oh man, we really gotta we really gotta watch that. Okay, we'll talk about the stretch. Look, the game was like back and forth. Honestly, it was a pretty good game. There were a lot of droughts from both teams, but that's just what happens when a 5 and whatever team plays another 6 and whatever team. But you're gonna have some scoring droughts and offenses go cold. So back and forth stuff, good stuff. Down the stretch, Fever up, and it had come to the point where, okay, Kelsey Mitchell put us ahead. It's time to lock it down, right? Last possession, let's lock it down. We're up to, it's time to lock it down. And basically, the thinking was like, okay, we've played in overtime. We're not afraid of overtime, but let's not go to overtime. So, obviously defend the 2, but if they're gonna put up a 3, not let them have it, but we can live with a 3 better than a 2, right? We don't want to play that overtime. So come down the court. Now I'm thinking, of course, the NECA's it's going straight to 30. But if you were watching the game, you'll know that Jordan Canada was eating. Okay, she was cooking. Okay, a quiet game, but she was moving around. Now, I see, right, the timers, it's getting low. I'm like, oh crap, Jordan Canada's gonna shoot the shot. For a split second, I said, this is perfect. It's not their star. This is great, right? And then I saw the shot go up, and it's one of those shots where you're watching it fly through the air, like in slow mo. You're watching it kind of fly through, and it feels like everything's slowing down, and then you're just like, shit, this is gonna go in. This is happening. Of course, she hits the shot. Now, I mean, like, what do you even say to that? Like, what do you do with that? It's I mean, I don't even know. Like, obviously it was defended well. She had, Kelsey Mitchell was in her face a little bit. But, like, dude, that's a terrible way to lose. It feels so bad because, like, the team fought so hard, and really to lose on a 3. And then, of course, they bring it up and they, take a 3, but it's, 10 feet short because they had basically no time to set it up. I mean, it was just like, dude, that's going to hurt the team. I mean, that's one of those that you're thinking of the team at this point. Like, damn, that's going to be a tough locker room. And so, look, guys, they're playing back-to-back versus the Sparks on Thursday. They will play another game versus the Sparks in the same space. So they'll be in LA for a little bit. Look, I think this is a fucking beatable team. And we need to win more games versus beatable teams. We need to start learning how to win games versus beatable teams. That's something we're trying to build for the future. Let's beat the beatable teams. Anyways, I'll see you on Thursday.